originally a Maltese citizen, so I come from Malta. I've been in this industry for more than 20 years now. When I was young, I never knew that I would end up in hospitality. Actually, when people used to ask when we were studying, my answer was always I wanted to become a lawyer, which is very different from what I do today. But then I grew up in hotels, so both my parents come from the hotel industry. So from the age of 6 and from whenever I remember, I used to be taken to hotels. Particularly in the summer holidays, I used to spend mostly the holidays there. And my father used to allow me to go around the departments. It was a very different time way back. So there was little emphasis on health and safety and how you work in hotels. So I had the pleasure of running around hotels. When I was 15, unfortunately, my father passed away. And in order to assist the family and to become self-sufficient, I started working in an apart hotel next to the village where I come from. I used to enjoy it. And that is when the owner, which I am very thankful until today, recommended that I started studying formally hospitality studies, which I did. So I went to the hospitality and catering school in Malta, where I studied for 4 years, including a placement in Scotland. And then when I finished, since I already had done some student work with Corinthia, I was offered a job with Corinthia, and I never looked back. I like the city, of course, especially the Buda side, for some nice walks. It's just beautiful and very peaceful and very green. But I also like outside of Budapest. So I'm a fan of Szentendre. I think I have been there pretty much, possibly more than most of the Hungarians, because I think I can count at least 10 times in the last 2 years that I have been here. I like Vats, I like Visegrad, and I also then like some other well-known wine regions, Tokaj, and my favorite, I think, so far is Villani. I have spent a very nice weekend there touring wineries, and it's just beautiful. As a hotel, we have 438 units, rooms and residences. It's the largest 5-star hotel in Budapest. Apart from that, we have 22 meeting rooms, a unique ballroom, 700 square meters of spa. So it's really a large building. But apart from the building, it's the people who make the building. We have a substantially large team to be able to service every single guest. We don't only have business guests, we have leisure guests coming to see the city for a weekend. The more time passes, the more it becomes better for us, because the clients nowadays are trained and they know exactly what they want, which makes our life much easier. So yeah, obviously we have the venue, but then it needs to be complemented with a team who understands the guest expectations and is ready to be flexible to deliver upon all these expectations. But then obviously as you keep on doing it, you keep on improving with time. We have some team members who have been with us for a long number of years, so they don't only know the property, but they also know most of these customers and their requests. So I would say yes, we're here to deliver, but if you have a good team, then things become much easier. And my role is more or less to be one of the team members and just coordinate the team more than anything. I think the strong point is Budapest is very well connected. So the connections are very good, the infrastructure is very good. Possibly a bit more can be done in making sure that the city remains clean all the time, because ultimately people come here and when they walk in the streets, this is the first thing they see before going into a hotel. But it's been a pleasure so far being in the city, and now I understand why millions of people visit Budapest, because you can get a bit of everything. You can get a bit of the touristic spot. You have a lot of places where you can just go out for a day, and come back. obviously the spas that there are in the city. And also, what I like is if you really dig a bit, deeper, and you're interested in being, in seeing sort of the raw Budapest, you still have places like Lehel Market, for example. I keep on mentioning Lehel Market, and I think, a lot more could be done to promote these places, because these type of places have almost become extinct in other places. I'm sure that there is a niche of tourists who like to see these places in their raw state, actually. I'm here for 2.5 years. Regretfully, COVID hit us, this pandemic hit us 6 months after I landed here. So the first interaction actually with the agency was when a group of general managers from the 5-star hotels met together with the representatives to see how we can sort of support each other in this pandemic. And we have been doing meetings ever since that. So yeah, we keep regularly in contact. And I'm happy that such agencies, hear our concerns and take our comments, on board. I think this is very important, for us, especially in times like this. In times like this, we need to work together at the end to make the best out of what we can. And we still have a long way, ahead of us to go back to where we were pre the pandemic, and possibly better. And with the help of the agency, hopefully we will also be able to do that as fast as possible. I come from Malta, so Hungarian food is a bit heavy for me. I mean, you can still have a nice warm meal or a nice goulash soup in winter time that I like. But if you ask me about food and drink, I think I would rather comment on the wine, because you have some of the best wines in the world, actually. Particularly some nice red wines from the Villani and Eger area. These are world competing wines. So I'm very lucky to be in a city like this. Also because I am a very good fan of wine. Usually in our line of work, we do not know, where we will be posted. I hope I will stay a bit longer here, because despite the fact that I've been here for 2.5 years, most of that was, managing the property during a pandemic. And I would really love, to be able to spend some more time operating the hotel in a different environment, full of activity and similar to how it was before. So yes, I'm hoping to stay here for some more years.